45.
Looks like Tom Duncan.
Sounds like, must be a duck.
Jersey girls are the best.
Yeah.
What?
The bunny ears are back. All right, guys, we are back for another edition of Laughing Underneath the podcast, and we are recording. I've been saying we've been live, Joe, but we've been recording. We're streaming.
I mean, we are live. It's just not live to anybody else but us.
Technically, we are live. You're probably going to see this recorded, but we're coming from Namba Connect 2024 out of Orlando, Florida, at the beautiful JW Marriott, Joe's new favorite hotel, by the way.
They're the best.
Are you going to stay here for the rest of your life?
I think so. I mean, and when you think about it, JW, Joe Wilson, could be my hotel.
Oh, there's a connection.
So I think we'll start calling it the J-Dub.
The JW.
Yeah. But enough about that. We have the very lovely Michelle Melendez. Wait, what?
Michelle Mendes.
Mendes, not Melendez. Mendes. I'm adding extra L's. Michelle Mendes. And it's marketing.with.Michelle.
On the gram.
On the gram. And so here's the first thing I want to mention. I love the dots. But did you know they're irrelevant?
No way.
They're irrelevant.
Since when?
If you just put market
Since when?
with Michelle, it's going to be the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that then. You don't have to worry about the dots.
The dots don't matter.
So we could just say market with Michelle and we'd end up at the same place.
You could. But I like the dots. I think you should keep the dots. I'm not telling you not to have the dots, but
Hey, it looks a little bit better when we break it down.
it feels right. I also learned on that same
FYI, whenever I do my emails, I never say use F Nogni because I don't like that. It sounds like someone's
F dot.
Yeah, I always say put F dot Nogni.
Also doesn't matter on your emails. Does not matter. Does not matter.
Well,
Yeah, you could put a dot.
I'm a little
you could put two
disappointed,
dots.
Michelle. How about
it
you?
means nothing.
I don't think
It's
this,
okay.
this is such a way to start off a down episode.
It's not a downer. This is an
She's
upper
such an
because
upbeat person, and
so-
you're like this boom.
it's great.
Michelle, the nice thing is we only have one way to go from here. Once you've hit bottom,
At the bottom,
You're
love that we can only go up from here.
if you're thinking this is the bottom, just you wait. No, but here's the thing. It's your brand, and you've got a great brand. I just as we were going online I just checked you out on Instagram. We were not connected on the gram before. Now we are. So okay, so I had a couple seconds to look at your Instagram profile. Phenomenal, 3,500 followers on Instagram.
Nice.
Pretty big deal.
Nice.
And some people think though that you have to have tens of thousands of followers in order to make an impact. What say you?
I honestly think the less, the better, because you're fostering this community. And, if you look at a profile and you see 10,000 followers, 20,000 followers, and they don't have that sort of engagement, it starts letting Instagram know that, maybe you don't have those cool things to talk about, whereas if you have a smaller community and you have 10% of your following engaging with you, then Instagram starts boosting your stuff out of there. And then you get more and more connected with other networks.
Pretty interesting.
I think that those that are discouraged by having a low Instagram following, I think should, really foster their community and just see how their followers will grow organically.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better. I mean, you have to do this the right way to make it make sense. And, I think, and actually just recently, Instagram came out and said that they are like clearing out, if you have like a bunch of bots, or a lot of people bought followers.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? People would buy it. It's like, why would you?
There was a lady on LinkedIn, I don't want to mention her name.
Yeah.
She was offering to hey, we'll give you 30,000. I'm like, no.
I don't want those followers.
Why do I want followers like that? Like, they're not in the mortgage business. Right?
It doesn't make any sense because it really comes back down to, is that engagement metric, right? And that's what you want, right? You want a small but engaged following who then can help propel your content to people outside of your sphere to then grow. That's how you actually grow it.
But Michelle, I love the question. Other than Instagram, are you on other platforms like TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn?
It's important to have a presence in each of those platforms. However, I think doing less but obsessing. Doing less but obsess is kind of like the key thing. You should kind of hone in on one or two platforms and really put in all of your efforts into those. Yes, it's important to have presence in the other ones, but how you're going to build your community and really engage those is if you're pouring all of your resources into one or two, because trying to do all of them kind of gets a little.
So you're on the gram. Where else are you?
I'm on Facebook.
Facebook and the gram together. Okay.
It's kind of the same thing though, because it's Meta, right?
Yeah, but they're totally different audiences.
Yeah, but it's
Absolutely.
okay.
Okay, tell us about that. What do you think?
So I think, for the newer generation, they honestly don't like Facebook. I myself, I still like Facebook. I like keeping up with like my aunts in Venezuela, like little things like that.
Mm.
You see what she just did there, right?
Yeah.
You see that, right?
She's like,
You got that, right?
you're clearly old. You obviously love Facebook, Bob.
You like to keep up with her old aunt in Venezuela.
I love Facebook because you get to post, more videos, more, pictures, and really follow your journey.
Yeah.
It's almost like a social online resume. Instagram is kind of like a snapshot, so like an elevator, speech.
Okay.
So on Facebook, you kind of get to know the real story, while on Instagram, it's like, let me look at it real quick, see what you're all about.
Yeah.
A quick format.
So is that elevator pitch, is that the same thing with, because I love what you said, obsessed with less, right? So it kind of goes back to the same elevator pitch kind of mentality, right? Is that you want to focus on this smaller microcosmic, but you want to hyper focus on that one moment.
Absolutely. And this, systems, that's kind of where you flourish the most, because then you get engagement and say, you start getting questions about what you do, who you are, who you do it for. And that's really when the goal of social media kind of comes in. So you have the initial goal is to start a conversation. You get the attention from your posts, you're getting those comments from your captions, start that conversation. You're starting to build that online relationship. And after you have that online relationship, the ultimate goal is to take that relationship offline, meet in person.
That's right.
And do belly to belly. So
That's right.
there's different, targets and different goals.
Joe, I mean, this is amazing, right?
It's incredible. So your clientele, you're in the insurance business, we found.
The mortgage insurance.
The mortgage insurance, but you're the insurance queen. What did you do before mortgage insurance?
So before insurance, I did title insurance.
What did you do before title insurance?
Homeowners insurance.
The insurance queen, everybody.
Insurance person.
I love it.
Was the name Insurance Queen taken?
I would not. No.
I feel like you could change market.with Michelle to insure.with Michelle. It might work. I like it.
Some ropes.
Joe and I, we wear black because we sell life insurance. And we tell people, look, we know where you live, so you're going to need life insurance.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
We don't.
No, but so mortgage insurance though, right? So your target audience are loan officers. And yeah.
Executives that run banks, anywhere from the processing person all the way to C-level executives. So I
Yeah.
deal with a lot of really cool personalities, and you just never know what the conversation will go.
Absolutely.
That's the fun part about it. You don't know people's walk of life.
So hang on real quick. I don't know where you were going on this, but let me stay with me on this for 2 seconds.
Go for it.
I think it's why you're on Facebook. Because loan officers love Facebook.
They love Facebook?
They love Facebook.
Really?
You don't think so?
I have no idea.
There are groups that have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of loan officers. And it shocks me all the time how much loan officers love
Here's
Facebook
the thing, Joe. What I always
and Instagram, but
on LinkedIn, I always think it's amazing when loan officers say, hey, rates are dropping, call me for refinance. I'm like, on LinkedIn, guys, like nobody's going to call you on LinkedIn because this is more of a B2B platform.
yep.
You need to be on a B2C platform.
You gotta meet where your customers
So is that, I mean, why do loan officers do that still?
Because they want to spray and pray and hope that things work out for them. And I've actually seen some loan officers do really well targeting specific people on LinkedIn and it works really well. So to your point earlier is you have to know your audience. That's what you said. And where are they?
Yeah.
And so that's why I was thinking, like, for you, for mortgage insurance, yeah, Facebook. I think even maybe LinkedIn might be good for you.
I mean, me.
There you go.
Since
Because
LinkedIn and
that's business to
Oh,
business.
okay.
See?
part of Meta.
Okay. All right.
Now
So now we're getting the real story.
Now, LinkedIn, you go by the insurance queen.
This insurance queen, I gotta get it.
Insurance queen. I like this. I think
You
it's
put
good.
that as your headliner on LinkedIn. So let me ask you something, because this is where I think people don't understand mortgage insurance, right? First time, like when I was a loan officer, right? People would always tell me, "Oh, I already have life insurance. I don't need mortgage insurance."
It gets
So,
confused a lot.
right?
Yes.
So they're not connected, right? So tell our audience exactly what MI does.
Absolutely. So yeah, private mortgage insurance is anytime a borrower or customer puts less than 20% down, they have to choose one of the 6 MI companies. So we make the bank whole. We don't protect the borrower per se, but in the case that they do default, we come in as the mortgage insurance provider and make sure that the bank is
Right. So the consumer is not getting any protection from this.
But with the use of mortgage insurance, you're able to put down smaller amounts.
So that's the benefit to them.
5%, coming up with 20% is honestly in this day and age, it's very hard. I believe it takes about 24 years to save up that amount for the average cost right now.
Wow.
So if you're a first-time home buyer and you feel defeated, mortgage insurance is going to kind of get you out of that pickle. And yes, it is a monthly payment, but it could get dropped.
I just saw a stat the other day. One in 10 homes are now over $1 million in the entire United States. 10% of all homes are over $1 million.
I saw a first-time home buyer just the other day, Michelle. The sale price was $600,000. First time he's ever buying a house in Fairfax County, Virginia. And I'm pulling my hair out I would have, to your point, 24 years. The guy would have had to save for 24 years if he had to come up with $120,000 down.
When did you buy your first house, Bob?
Oh, don't do this to me, Joe.
Yeah, do it. I want the story now. What is it?
Let's see. My first house I bought in 1995.
Okay.
It was a townhouse in Fairfax County, Virginia.
And how much did it cost?
$105,000.
Nice.
And did you put 20% down?
No.
Did you do MI?
I did MI.
Nice. Look at that.
And then what? Okay. MI worked for you.
MI worked.
And then were you able to parlay that into your next house?
Yes. So I sold that. I made $50,000 in 3 years.
Yeah.
Right. Took that 50, bought another house, and I kept on but I never used MI again.
Dang.
That was my one and done.
It's okay because you got,
Yeah, I got my foot
from it.
Yeah.
You were successful after that.
But that benefit allowed you to have the down payment for the next house.
I think the beauty of MI so you're from Venezuela, I'm from Pakistan, Joe's from Armenia,
I'm not.
Like, wow. You look just like an Armenian.
I actually am Armenian. but
But what I'm trying to get at is when I go back home, when I go to Pakistan, right? You really see the difference between the socioeconomic system here in America versus over there.
You see the opportunity.
Yeah, of that, and institutions like MI companies allow that lower down payment to occur. And people don't really understand the benefit until you're in a country like that where you got to put 20, 25, 40% down just to get a house.
Sometimes even higher. When
Right.
it comes to Europe, you got to put like 80, 90% down.
Right.
Wow.
But that's why, like in Germany, the homeownership rate in Germany is like 45%. Yeah, I mean, the rest are rentals.
Yeah, interesting.
And so
What's the homeownership percentage in the United States?
I think we buy about 68 to 67%.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing, though. I mean, God, we're going off topic, but that's not
This is
unusual
good.
for it, right?
That's good.
Fannie Mae always says the closer we get to 70%, the slower you'll see the market get. And so in the 2008 meltdown, we were at 69.8% home ownership.
Interesting.
And so you saw the slowdown occurring over 2 years ago.
Well, that's because everyone was getting fake loans.
Well, they didn't talk
or loans under false pretenses. Maybe we could say not fake loans, but yeah, details.
Yeah, but I think to Michelle's point, I mean, when you're dealing with loan officers, how are they responding when you go up to them and talk to them about mortgage insurance? What is are they like, oh my God, I don't need it, I'm okay, or we have our company? How do you get past that door?
The first thing I see is they think of it as a necessary evil. It's one of those things where you have to have it if you put less than 20% down. But for me, I bought my house in 2020. I was very lucky. I was one of the lucky ones. Wow. First one in my family to buy a house. And I saw firsthand how complicated the process was and how, sometimes in those Hispanic communities, money talk is a little taboo.
Yeah.
It's not like as open as other countries.
Yeah.
And so when I got into MI, I really dove in and saw the opportunity for that first-time home buyer that they see that they almost lost hope just because affordability has been such an issue. I go in and I'm like, hey, listen, these first-time home buyers, these millennials, they have the buying power. They have very high-paying jobs. They have, the confidence to do it. They might not necessarily like, talking on the phone as much, but they do a lot of their research on the back end to really figure out what is it that they need, and then go to the loan officer as kind of like a guidance counselor and say, okay, hey, this is what I have, this is what I researched, now fill me in on my dots.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's really cool.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here with Michelle Mendes. And if you want to follow Michelle on the gram, it's Market with Michelle. You don't need the dots according to Joe.
No dots.
Now, listen, if you can't find her, add the dots, and then we'll talk to Joe on the.
And then send me a message.
Yeah.
and say I
It
was
is
a total liar.
It was Joe. It was relevant.
It's fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news, Joe. And if you want to follow me, it's Joe.Wilson83.
Yeah. What am I?
You're F_Nagmi.
Oh.
No, I don't even know what I
We're
think.
gonna brainstorm a better name.
Yeah, we gotta get a better.
We're
name.
gonna.
Maybe I'll use the insurance queen.
I do feel like you need
I'm gonna go with the insurance queen.
Some royalty.
the fact that you don't know your own Instagram handle is concerning to me.
Yeah.
It's Fabi_N.
There you go. It's so simple. I like simplicity.
Minimalistic.
I have
like
I have about 12,000 followers. I think
That's great.
it's pretty decent, right?
12,000 followers.
I think so. Last time I checked. I mean, I checked like
Check
Dang,
right now.
bro. Yeah.
I checked like a year ago.
11,700.
See,
I'm
I
impressed.
lost 300.
It's a margin that we.
It's okay. It goes up and down. Anyway, Michelle, thank you so much for joining us
All
today.
right, JP, get us out of here, my brother.
45.
Looks like Tom Duncan.
Sounds like must be a duck.
Jersey girls are the best.
Yeah.
What?
The bunny ears are back.